Okay. So rearrange equations from one form to another. So you guys heard we've been working on y equals mx plus b. That's what we've been working on. Y equals mx plus b. What's the m again? Slope. What's the b? Starting value or y-intercept. So this is good to show you what your slope is and what your y-intercept is. That's why this is called the slope-intercept form. Sometimes you'll see equations written like this. Okay. And this form is called standard form. Okay. In standard form, one thing you have to keep in remember that a lot of people forget is that A, B, and C, the coefficients, all have to be integers in standard form. Okay, so we'll do examples of those, and then you can see why. Okay, why they make it two different forms? Well, I would say standard form, you'll need it for grade 10. Grade 10, everything you have to write it in standard form, because before you can do complete the square, quadratic formula, and all those, you need to rearrange it to standard form. So that's the purpose of that. In grade 9, we mostly want this format, the slope-intercept form. Okay, so example 1, write each equation in standard form and then state the value of A, B, and C. So notice in standard form, everything is on one side and the other side is just equal 0. So that's exactly what we will do. Move this over, move this over. Okay. When you move something over, what do you have to do? Change the signs. So this will become y minus 3x minus 1. What's on the right side? 0. Yeah, because you moved everything. Is this standard form? Brianna? Okay. Other than that, take a look at the order. Is this the same order? What has to go first? Angelique? The x term, and then the y term, and then the number. So this, since I'm just moving it around on the left side, I don't change the sign because it's still on the left side of the equal sign. I'm just rearranging the order. So this is negative 3x plus y minus 1. The sign stays because it's all just on the left side. Okay, now is this in standard form? Brianna, now your answer. Integers. Is this an integer? Not just, actually, well, these are integers. Negative 3, 1, and negative 1 are integers. They're, how picky should I be? No, don't be picky. Okay. When I learned math, they always said that A had to be positive. So your starting value had to be positive. And then I don't know why Google decided to say no, doesn't have to be. So do you guys trust the old math or Google? Google? Okay, fine. Then this is your standard form. Okay.
Do we need to before snap code like skip like?
Yeah, you can just go straight here. Yeah. So that's standard form for you. Okay. So what is A, what is B, and what is C? A is negative 3. Those are the coefficients. What's B? Coefficient 1. And C? Negative 1. There you go. All right. So the coefficient in front of all those. Okay. Then in this case, Dikshan, you can tell me your answer in one step.
Do x plus y plus 5.
Half a mark off.
Equals 0.
Thank you. All right. It's not an equation unless there's an equal sign. Okay. What's A, what's B, and what's C then?
So A is 2, B is 1, C is -5.
Negative 5?
Positive 5.
Positive 5. Good. It's a Monday morning. It's okay. I'm feeling a little woozy myself. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this seems really easy. So all I'm doing is just moving everything to the other side and changing the sign. So this one, I get 2/3 x plus y plus 7 equals 0. Is this my final answer in standard form?
No,
Why not?
I thought you said it had to be integer.
Exactly. Yeah, so if you leave this as your final answer, you're not going to get the mark at all. Okay, I don't need to know that you know how to move variables to one side. These has to be integers. So how do I make this into an integer? Remember that little trick that I taught you guys a few chapters ago to get rid of denominators? Lowest common denominator, and what do I do with it?
Multiply.
Yeah, multiply it through. So in this case, I'm going to multiply everything by 3. 2 times 3 divided by 3? 2x, good. Y times 3? And 7 times 3? 0 times 3. Good. There we go. Now this is in standard form, and I can easily say what my A, B, and C is. A is, B is, C is. Perfect. Nice and easy? Good. Okay. So now that we know how to go from slope-intercept form to standard form, do you think we can do the opposite? Let's try. Let's see. Let's see if we can. All right, so now I want you guys to write it in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So y equals mx plus b means I only want y on one side. Everything else I'm moving to the other side. So in this case, what am I moving? I'm moving the 2x over, and I'm moving the 9 over. Okay, so Annie, when I move that 2x over, it becomes?
-2x.
And when I move that 9 over?
-9.
Perfect. Okay. I've seen people write y equals -9 minus 2x. Remember, that's not the right order. Slope and then y-intercept. Okay, so what is my m and what is my b? M is -2, good. And b is? -9, good job. Remember, your slope is a measure of steepness. So -2 is the measure of steepness here, not -2x. Remember your slope, there's no x. There's no x. There's no x. It's just a number. Just like ABC right here. It was just a number. Okay, this one. What do I move over? Move over the x and the 9. Okay, so somebody tell me what to write on my next line.
Y.
Yeah?
-3y equals -x minus 9.
Good job. Okay, I can't jump to y equal yet because this is still the -3y, right, Annie? Okay, so it's not y equal right away. It's -3y. This is still all one term. I didn't deal with that -3 yet. Now I'm going to deal with that -3. What am I going to do with this -3? By dividing. Good job. Okay, dividing everything by -3. Here, I'll use blue so that you guys can see what I did. Okay, divide everything by -3. dividing because this is -3 times y, so opposite is divide. So y equal this, the two negatives, I can simplify it to just x over 3. And then -9 divided by -3.
3.
Just like that. Positive. Yeah. So if it's positive, then put that plus there. Because otherwise it looks weird. It's like that 3 is floating in the air. Okay. What is M? What is B? Petro. Excellent. Okay. The M, that's why I wrote it like this. I wrote this like this on purpose because I want you to be able to pick out that your coefficient is a third. This, I could have rewritten it as this, y equals 1/3 x plus 3. All right? This and this is the same thing. So I need you guys to be able to pick out that your coefficient is 1/3. Okay? This. Okay. So who wants to give this one a try? Somebody who has been quiet. Kira, you want to give it a try? No. Right. Angelique? No. Michaela? No. Why are you guys so quiet? Okay, Brian, you are voluntold. You're nominated.
5y equals 4x minus 8.
Okay, so yeah, I like your method. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's show Brian's method. So instead of moving these two over, he actually moves it the -5y over. You can. When the good thing with moving that -5y over, you get rid of that negative sign because it becomes positive 5y. But just for the majority of people to be consistent with the method, let's do this. So -4x plus 8. Okay. Now what do you do with that -5? Yeah. Divide this by -5. Divide this by -5. Okay. So my final answer, y equal? Positive 4 over 5. Keep going.
8 over 5.
Okay. I'm writing down exactly what you're telling me to write down.
Why are you writing down
Yeah. That's because a lot of people write down what you you told me as well. But then they're missing the x or they're missing the plus or minus sign to connect the two terms. Okay. And so what is my M? What is my B? Oh, okay. Kira, you can answer this one.
4 over 5.
Good. That's my M. And B is?
-8 over 5.
Perfect. Okay. Keep it as a fraction unless it's divisible. Okay. So for example, right here, -9 divided by -3, that's divisible. So then you would reduce it. Otherwise, keep it as a fraction. It's okay to have a fraction, especially for slope. Do not change it to a decimal because I want to see my rise and my run. Okay. So, yeah, there we go. So I'm going to do one with you guys. This one. Okay, so on the back, I'll just do 1A with you guys, and then I want you guys to try the rest on your own. Okay, so this right here. This ties into what we're going to do tomorrow as well. Okay, so find the slope and y-intercept of each linear relation, then write the equation in the relation in slope y-intercept form. Okay, so I have this equation right here, 3x plus y plus 6 equals 0. Okay, can I rewrite this in y equals mx plus b form? Okay, what do? What is this in y equals mx plus b form? Y equals negative x minus 6. Good. What's my slope? What's my y-intercept? Okay. If I were to write slope as a fraction, what is negative 3 as a fraction? Perfect. Alright, why I wrote this is because I want to show you guys on the graph. Remember, you have your rise and your run. Okay, look at this line right here. B, y-intercept. Let me zoom this up a little. Alright, remember B is your y-intercept. So, guess what? Y-intercept at negative 6. Here, rise over run. So it's negative 3 and 1. So remember going down the elevator 3. 1, 2, 3. And then my run is the first door to the right. And it brings me to this point. Alright. And so therefore we have this equation. Okay. So for this one, similarly, I can read off the graph to find out what is the y equals mx plus b form as well. What's my y-intercept here? Looking at this line right here, what's my y-intercept? Yeah? Y-intercept, yep, just this point right here is at 2. So my b is 2. What's my slope? So choosing any 2 points and then doing the rise over run. So from this point to this point, what's my rise? What's my run? Pedro?
Rise is 1 over 4.
Rise 1 over 4. Right. So if I were now to put this in y equals mx plus b form, what's my equation? Y equal? Yep.
X over 4 plus 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Or 1/4 x plus 2. Y equals mx plus b. Okay. So I saw my y-intercept. I see my slope, rise over run is 1/4. Then I can write it in y equals mx plus b form. And now that we know how to rearrange equation, we can double check. X minus 4y plus 8 equals 0. Rearranging it gives me negative 4y equals negative x minus 8. Divide everything by negative 4. Y equal x over 4 plus 2, which is exactly the same thing. Okay, so you guys just learned 2 different ways to figure out the equation. Okay, so one way was if you're given an equation in standard form, you can rearrange it to change it to y equals mx plus b form. Or if I just give you the line without this, I can read off the graph and do my slope to figure out what the equation is as well. Okay, so I just did number 1A and B for you guys. Try C, D. Try C, D now. Okay, take these 2 should not take you more than 3 minutes to do. Yeah. Okay, try C and D. And then we'll take it up. Try these two. Rewrite it in y equals mx plus b form. Okay, rearrange it. Hey. Don't look at my answers yet. Make sure you try it on your own first, and then. Oh, okay. That's it. Hey, stop that. Keep it in your bag. So remember, after you get your equation, your slope and y-intercept should match up with your graph. If it doesn't, that means you probably rearranged something wrong. Okay, 30 more seconds. Yeah.
How many do we have a test?
Do we have a test? We'll have a unit test.
What?
Then why do we have science?
To prepare you guys. Making sure like you guys know everything on graphing lines, linear relations. But that's not until like at least next week. At least. It won't be. Yeah, your unit test won't be soon. Yeah, there's still a couple of things I need to go over with you guys. Okay, so I think everybody got a chance to try these two. So for C, when I rearranged it, I got y equals 5 over 2x minus 2. How many of you got that? Excellent. And remember, your equations should match up with your answer with the line. Your slope, 5 over 2. Your y-intercept, negative 2. Take a look at your line. Your y-intercept, negative 2. That makes sense. Your slope, 5 over 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Run is 2. And it gives me this point. Yeah. Looks good. Slope is right. Y-intercept is right. Okay. Similarly, this one, when I rearrange right here, negative 2x divided by negative 1 gives you 2x. Negative 1 divided by negative 1 gives you positive 1. So be very careful with the negative sign. So your slope is 2, in other words, 2 over 1, and your y-intercept is 1. Look at your line. My y-intercept is 1. Yep, so that's right. And my slope rise to over 1. Up to over 1. Up to over 1. Up to over 1. So, yep, my slope is also correct. Okay. So when you're given a graph, there's this advantage that you can refer to both to make sure that your answer is correct. Tomorrow, we're going to deal with more of these where we're given the graph and we have to come up with the equation, or given the equation, come up with the graph. Okay. So for the rest of the class and homework, I want you guys to work on this. Okay, so content, chapter 6, rearrange equations. So starting from page 3. So page 3, 4, and then page 5 is C answers. Okay, so page 3 and 4. Page 3 and 4. Page 3 and 4. Yep, just page 3 and 4. I will do homework check tomorrow. Okay. And that's because you guys have 40 minutes right now to do these. You'll finish before the end of class if you use class time wisely. Okay?
Just watch.
Sure. So rearrange equation, page 3 and 4.